All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to say, Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakwadash. That is to say, all praise to the Most High God, whose name is Yahweh, and the name of his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, through the Holy Spirit, Chakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom to the 144,000, as well as to the rest of the hopeful elect men, women, and children of Israel scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth, among the heathen, as well as those that look like the heathen. All right, this your brother Yard Dunbar from the GMS branch here in Chicago, coming back at you with what I hope to be another short yet edifying lesson. All right, I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna entitle this video epistle, but it's just gonna be going into the fact, the idea of, man, look at what the Lord did to Israel, man. Right? Look at how the curses came upon Jake. And you got these heathen running around thinking that their recompense is not coming. Or that's one of the main things that these Jakes who want to save, these Jakes who want to save, and it's always the white man. These Jakes that want to say the white man so bad, man, they always say, well, God wouldn't do that just because the whole nation did it, but he punished Israel, man. He punished Israel as a whole nation. All the prophets, all the righteous men went into captivity along with the rest of the nation, man. So imagine what he's going to do to these heathen, man, especially Esau, Edom, man. All right, first I want to go ahead and start here in the book of Isaiah chapter 9, all right, verse 6. It says, "For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulders, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end, upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice. From henceforth even forever, the zeal of the Lord Yahweh of hosts will perform this," right? So Yahweh Shai is coming, man, and he's going to set a kingdom of justice, man, and a kingdom of judgment. All right. And what is justice, man? That's why it says this, Revelation, the 18th chapter, man. Let me see. Double unto her. Where is that at? Yep. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, and verse 4. It says, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues," right? And that come out of her is the physical come out of her that's going to happen when the elect is beamed up into the chariots, all right? Verse 5, it says, "For her sins," and that her is referencing Babylon the Great. It says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you. Double unto her, double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled to her double." All right. So Esau Edom is going to get double trouble, man. Prepare for trouble and make it double. All right. That's their lot. Okay. They had their time to rule. They received their temporal blessing. All right. The fatness of the earth and the rule by the sword and all of those things. They received that. But Jacob received the same blessing. But that was going to be an eternal thing. Right. We just had to go through this straight gate, man. This position of difficulty. But if the Lord punished us like that, how much those who touch the apple of his eye, right? This is the book of Zechariah chapter 2 and verse, we get straight to the point, Zechariah 2 and 8. It says, "For thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, after the glory he hath sent me unto the nations which spoil you. For he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye." So everybody, and it says, the scriptures say that there isn't a nation under heaven that has not partaken in our spoils, man. Roughly paraphrasing. All right. So, hey, all of these nations have touched the apple of the Lord's eye, man. And look how Esau Edom did it. They forwarded the affliction, right? They forwarded the affliction. So therefore, there is going to be a punishment for it, and there will be a judgment for it, man. Let's get this right here. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 25 and You see, Babylon will be judged. This is Babylon. This is Jeremiah chapter 25. And I get straight to the point here at verse we get straight to the point at verse 29 here. It says, "For lo, I began to bring evil on the city which is called by my name," right? Which we understand that that's the Israelites. Okay? That's the city that's called by his name. Zion, Jerusalem, all of those different things. It's a people before it's a place. Right? It says, "And should ye be utterly unpunished?" Talking to the heathen. "Ye shall not be unpunished, for I will call for a sword upon all the inhabitants of the earth, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts." All right, so they are going to have to get dealt with, man. Hey, and this was in right after the curses was given. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, and verse we can read a little bit. Actually, let's see. Yeah, we'll read a little bit. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, and we'll start at verse 1. It says, "And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessings and the curses, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither the Lord Yahweh thy power have driven thee," right, going into the scattering, "and shall return unto the Lord Yahweh thy power, and shalt obey his voice according to all that I commanded thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that then the Lord Yahweh thy power will turn thy captivity, and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord Yahweh thy power have scattered thee. If any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord Yahweh thy power gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. And the Lord Yahweh thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good, and multiply thee above thy fathers. And the Lord Yahweh thy power will circumcise thine heart, and the heart of thy seed, to love the Lord Yahweh thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live, thou mayest live. Salakia. And verse 7 right here is the point. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee." Right? So this is a promise from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man, that all the curses that we went through, all the different things that we went through, it's going to be put on to the heathen, man. In a righteous manner, might I add. All right, we ain't going to be out there buck breaking their men, okay, and raping people's wives. That's not going to be happening, right? We're going to do it according to the laws of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, according to righteousness, man. But the scriptures also say that we will meditate terror, man. So these are things that are going to have to come to pass. All right? And there's no way out of it, man. There is no way out of it, man. And guess what? The Lord said he's going to do it by the hand of his people, Israel. I believe that's Isaiah the 33rd or 35th. Let's see. It's Ezekiel. Yep, Ezekiel 25. I'm way off, so lucky. This is the book of Ezekiel chapter 25 and verse 12. It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh power, because that Edom hath dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and hath greatly offended and revenged himself upon them. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it. And I will make it desolate from Teman, and they of Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger, and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord Yahweh." Right? So the Lord said he's going to do it by the hand of his people Israel, man. So all of these things are promised. All of these, that was the blessing, or the inheritance, I should say. That was the inheritance that was given to Yahweh Shai. And are we not joint heirs with Yahweh Shai? This is the book of Psalms, chapter 2 and verse 7. "I will declare the decree. The Lord Yahweh hath said unto me, Thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with the rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel." Right? And that's the same blessing that was given to those who endure to the end. Here in Revelation, in the second chapter, chapter 20, verse 26. I start at verse 25. It says, but that which ye have already hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with the rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. Right? So, hey, and this is the Old Testament and the New Testament saying this, man. Right? And we're going to end off right here. Psalms 149:1. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh. Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of the saints. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp. For the Lord Yahweh taketh pleasure in his people, and he will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. And we just read all of those judgments. Or not all of them, but some of them, because there's a lot more to it. To execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh, man. And we going to end off right there. So with that, we're going to say, Call halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom to the 144,000, as well as to the rest of the hopeful elect men, women, and children of Israel scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth, man. Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, Wa Abad Babal.